Hi guys, let's talk about translating a sentence into a one-step equation. Literally, we're translating English into math language. And as much as possible, we'll keep it in the same order that it comes in, but sometimes we just have to make it make sense. And we'll talk about a couple of words that you need to know how to translate. So this says the product of Jenny's savings and 6 is 84. So the first word we need to understand is that product means times. So whenever we see that, we know that we're going to be multiplying something. What are we multiplying? We're multiplying Jenny's savings, and it says we're going to use the variable j to represent that. And we're multiplying Jenny's savings and 6. So we're going to do j times 6. There's different ways to write that. We could write it just the way I did that. We could write j times 6, or we could write 6j. That's just a common way to write multiplied things, numbers and letters. We just put them together without anything between them at all, and that means multiplication. So the product of Jenny's savings and 6 is 6j, or j times 6, however you want to write that. The other word I need you to know every single time is that is means equals. So we're just going to put an equal sign there, and then 84 is already in math language. So we're going to say the product of Jenny's savings and 6, so maybe 6j, is equals 84. And then we're done. So we could write it like that. We could write it like that. Any of those will work. Let's also look at this one. 66 is the sum of 15 and Diego's score. I thought it was kind of fun that it happened to be Diego in this problem anyway. 66 is, well, what did I just tell you about is? Is means equals every time. So 66 is. That's how we literally write that, this right here, into math language. 66 is. 66 equals. The sum of, okay, the sum of means add. Sum means add. So the sum of what? The sum of 15 and Diego's score. So 15 is obvious. What is Diego's score? Well, we're told to use a D to represent that. So we're going to add the sum of, add 15 and Diego's score, which is D. So we have 15 plus D. And in fact, if I had just written it right here, I'd be done. 15 plus D. So watch what this is. 66 is the sum of 15 and Diego's score. And that's all we need to do. One more. 74 is, okay, hopefully you're there now. 74 is equals every time. The other one, we didn't run into it, but I want to mention it just so you have it in your back pocket. Of means times. Okay? We're not going to have it in one of these problems, but just in case you run into it, there it is. Of means times. Same as is equals. You could just literally translate English into math language right like that. Okay, so 74 equals the difference of, the difference. So difference means subtract. Difference means subtract. So we're going to be doing subtracting. What are we going to subtract? Gail's height and 9. So this is the word of, but it doesn't say something like 15% of. In this case, of is just a preposition, and it doesn't mean times in this case. Gail's height and 9 is what we are subtracting. Gail's height, how are we going to write Gail's height? We're going to use a G. So G for Gail's height, G minus 9. 74 is the difference of Gail's height and 9. There's the difference of right there. All right, hopefully that is helpful.